Hello YouTube, I'm TFR Wilderness and welcome to my channel, and it's the first of this month's KTRT reviews, and this month the KTRT reviews are brought to you by the colour yellow. Yeah, because as I said in the previous video, I'm trying to, the next couple of months I'm trying to have my KTRT bots follow some sort of theme. This month it's the colour yellow because both the KTRT bots I've bought this month are yellow in colour, so they've got that in common. Next month isn't going to be quite so easy because the ones I've got lined up for next month have absolutely nothing in common whatsoever. They're two totally different colours, they're two totally different alt modes, blah blah blah. Don't know how I'm going to work that out. But anyway, this month. Now, as I did last month, I got hold of this gal. I got hold of Hello Carbot Cretaceous period Pteranodon Pterojet. So she was the first of the Hello Carbot Dinobots to come out, and this month I've got the next one. So say hello to Hello Carbots Cretaceous period Triceratops Triton, and as you can see, he's a kind of a Triceratops, and this is him in his alt mode. And before we get too deep into it, a quick look at the box. Obviously, like Pterojet's box, it's a similar sort of thing. It's all cardboard with printing on all sides. There's no sort of window in it like they usually get on the Korean figures. It's a theatre exclusive version again. I don't know what that means exactly. I think it means it comes with those little tile things as an extra Brucey bonus. Obviously these bots were based on characters from the Hello Carbot movie, which was out in cinemas in Korea earlier this year, and obviously this particular subline of Carbot figures is made by KTRT and not Sonocon. Obviously it's got lots of nice printing showing all four characters on the back, and then it's got a bit of a bio for the character on the side, though it's all in Korean and I can't read it. And yeah, so there's the box, and obviously inside the packaging inside is the same like cardboard girdle that you put them in. It's very difficult. You have to sort of spread eagle the character and slot it into this cardboard runner. And also comes with a set of instructions which shows you the transformation in both directions, so that's nice. So getting onto the toy itself, it's a yellow Triceratops, and when I first saw these particular characters, especially the Tyrannosaur and the Triceratops, I immediately thought that those characters, they reminded me of the characters from the Dino King cartoon series, most notably Chomp, who was a yellow Triceratops, and who was with the good guys, and then you had Terry, who was a red Tyrannosaur, who was with the bad guys, with the Alpha Gang. Chomp was with the D team, and it's kind of styled differently from Chomp. I mean, Chomp's got, it's like a bigger frill. He's a slightly different design of Triceratops, and his coloration, the stripes on him is slightly different. But that's what it reminded me of. But anyway, this is Triton, and it's a pretty convincing dinosaur mode, even if the colour's a bit unusual. It's got two big horns that are made out of a soft bendy plastic. It's got a decent amount of paint detail. It's got all these painted stripes. It's got some sort of like orangey sort of bits painted in on the legs and on the face, to form like a, well, not like shadows and highlights. The skin has got this really cool sort of scaly texture all over it, and that's pretty decent. It's got a few panel lines on the side, but that's to be expected because it's a shell former. Now obviously, and also it's you can see there's like hollow bits inside the legs as well, and there's a little bit of a gap underneath where the robot kibble's showing through, but apart from that, it's a fairly successful shell former, transformed into a little organic looking dinosaur. It's pretty cool. Um, it's reasonably fairly weighty, I suppose. Could be a bit heavier. I mean, and then you put it next to Terrajet, and obviously Terrajet's a much wider figure. It's not particularly big, but there we go. And also, like I said, because it's the theatre version, it comes with the little chips that you use with the little watch thing that Triton wears, and he sticks them in and turns the dial, and it flashes, and he says "Hello, Carbot," and the portal appears, and the characters come through. So he's got the little chips, and they're the two that came with Triton. Yeah, and that's about as much as I can say about it. Now, as it's a shell former, 0 articulation in the dinosaur mode. Nothing moves. It's completely solid. It's a brick in dinosaur mode, but it's a good-looking brick. So that's about as much as you can say about it, really. It's a pretty cool-looking dino. Feels, sort of nice in the hand because of all the textured scales on it. Reasonable weight. It's not too heavy, not too light, and decent amount of paint apps on it. And it's a pretty cool looking toy. Now, getting on to transformation. Transformation is reasonably straightforward. First of all, you start off by pulling the tail off. Now, there's a bit of parts forming on this guy. You basically split the tail to form these two pieces and then put them to one side because you'll need them later on. So now you've got a dinosaur with his arse hanging out. Now, next thing, you take the head of the dinosaur, angle it forwards, and then you unclip the back section. Like so, and then you bring that round, and this will start forming the legs. So you fold these pieces in, split the legs, and then you take these head pieces, and then just so you can see it, you sort of angle them forwards like that and push them up. So you angle them forwards and push them up, and that forms the feet. And that then is the legs done. And then, so you get the arms. Bring the dinosaur legs up, split them apart, and then you take these pieces, fold them round on a double hinge and clip them in. And there you've got the arms and the shoulders done, and then the final piece, you get the dino head on a double hinge, fold it down and clip it into the chest, and then you can sort of angle those bits up if you like. And there we have Triton in robot mode. And yeah, it's a pretty successful transformer. It's a decent robot mode. A lot of kibble, obviously. Most notably, they got the leg kibble on the shoulders. The legs aren't too bad, and it's got the dino head sticking out the chest, which is fairly normal for a dino former. A lot of the spurious like knockoff dino formers, this is how they do it. They have the head of the dinosaur as the front of the robot. Now I will say, when you've got him in robot mode, he doesn't feel quite so well made in hand, if that's a thing. He feels a little bit sort of lightweight. I mean, he's kind of skinny on the torso, and the plastic that the white pieces are made from is, I wouldn't say it's suspect, but it's a little, it just feels a little odd, especially the pieces on the arms. So yeah, he doesn't have that same touch and feel that let's say a Sonocon made Carbot from one of the previous lines has got. It doesn't feel quite as solidly or well made. I will say that Terrajet does feel a little bit better in the hand than this guy does, but that's just me. Articulation, I'm not going to angle them down. So the head is on a rotation joint. Doesn't go backwards forward, just rotates from side to side. Shoulders are on a ratchet, they go all the way round. Arm angles up to there, angles down to there. It's got an elbow which goes to just over 90 degrees. No thigh swivel. You've got a little bit of a butterfly joint going forwards as well on the shoulder. Nothing at the waist. Now you've got the hips. Now the hips they're ratcheted backwards and forwards, so you know it's got a decent amount, standard amount of motion backwards and forwards. And then you get to the outwards. Now you can do over full splits, you can do Van Damme plus, but the hips are friction joints, and they're like a pinned joint. They're kind of stiff, and they're kind of awkward to move when you're trying to pose this thing. They don't sort of move smoothly. They're sort of, they're not saying they're ratcheted, but they're sort of notchy when they move. And as you can see, when it can be awkward to pose the legs on this guy because of that. It has got thigh swivels, and then you've got the knees, which go back to 90 degrees. But if you move this piece out, it will go back even further. And then you've got the feet. You can sort of angle the feet forward a little bit, but that it's not flat-footed on the ground. And that's basically all there is to the articulation. Fairly standard. Oh yeah, one thing I have forgot: the parts forming. So yeah, you've got these pieces here, and you see they've got this little serration on the end, and there's a little pegging bit there, and you just plug them in like so, and then put that in the other side. Yeah, and that's him complete. There he is, completed. So yeah, I forgot to put those pieces, little parts forming pieces, on from the tail. Decent looking robot. The obviously slightly unsightly kibble with all the dino legs bunched up on the shoulders. Decent colours: yellow, white, red, and a bit of blue. Okay. Reasonably articulated. Head sculpts not too bad. It's kind of got like a frill out the back, like Windblade. She's got that fan that sticks out the back of her head. He's got this little blue blocky piece that sticks out the back of his head for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yeah. Now, obviously, that's him. Let's do a quick size comparison. Here we go. Next to Combiner Wars Megatron. As you can see, a little bit shorter than a leader class. And let's compare it with Terrajet quickly. So there they are, side by side with Terrajet and Triton, and yeah, they're about the same size to the head. Obviously, Terrajet's got the bill of the pterosaur sticking up there, and he's got the feet of his dynamo sticking up there. So yeah, they're about the same. So yeah, decent enough figure. I'm glad I got it. Engineering wise, it's kind of like Carbots of old, even if though doesn't feel quite as well made as one of the original Carbot toys. I don't know whether that's just me, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because it's still decently made. It should be fairly durable as a toy, and kind of difficult to pose because of the stiffness on the the uneven stiffness on the waist, on the hip joints. But yeah, that's my review of this guy. Hello Carbots Cretaceous period, Triceratops Triton. Decent enough figure. These Hello Carbot Dinobots are reasonably good, and I've still got 2 more figures to go. And then that was all she wrote for this particular review. The next review, yeah, I will warn you, the next figure that I'm going to be reviewing, I will be engaging rant mode because it is an absolute piece of crap. But anyway, so you'll have to look forward to that one next. I've been TFR Wilderness. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review. I'll catch you all next time. Ta-da.